Back in Madison Square Garden in New York City, the 2008 Tyson American Cup. It's all live today on NBC Sports, and we have had a massive change atop the women's leaderboard. An amazing 16.6 given to Nastia Liukin, and she now has a lead that is .825 with 2 rotations to go. I think if you use the word insurmountable, you wouldn't be far off. Shawn Johnson is next, and then Shayla Worley. It's all American women in this 8-woman international field. Now we'll see what plays out for them. The men have moved to the parallel bars. And Nastia Liukin has that big lead over Shawn Johnson. Paul Hamm has an equally big lead over his teammate Alexander Artemov of 1.65. So he gave a little bit back to the field on the pommel horse, but now he has recovered. And who can't do that? And at this point, you have to say of Paul Hamm, he's really the comeback kid. I mean, yes, he's coming back from a 2.5-year absence to the sport again with the destination, hopefully, Beijing. But what about that day, that hot, humid day in Athens, Greece, when he won the all-around gold medal? And, Tim, when you consider how it started, this really was one of the most amazing comebacks in gymnastics.
Well, I said it live, and then I said it in tape, that when he fell like this, it was over. And if you look at Paul's face, he thinks it's over right there, too. Later on, he would tell us that he thought there was no way that he could win. But the way he rallied, I called it the greatest sports moment that I had ever seen, and I still believe that.
Considering you lived one in 1984. And so Paul Hamm returns to this sport, which requires so much lonely dedication in the gym day after day to get yourself ready to this point. As we said before, he says he is ready for this. He is ready and back on the road to Beijing after 2.5 years away. Paul Hamm, comeback kid again.
It was tough when we started to come back. You forget about a lot of those things that you used to do. Getting up in the morning and feeling the aches and pains and icing and having to deal with the constant daily grind of being an athlete. It's not easy. It's a lot harder than I had anticipated.
Should have been the greatest moment in Paul Hamm's career, but there was little time to enjoy it before the moment was taken away.
South Korea is protesting the result of the men's all-around.
At least one IOC member suggested that you should turn your medal over.
Is Paul Hamm's gold medal tainted, or is this just a part of the sport?
The controversy started to overshadow the comeback that I had during the competition. The whole situation just got out of hand. I was kind of thrust into this controversy that I didn't really create or anything like that.
The court eventually ruled Paul the rightful champion, but the stress of the games had already taken its toll, and he stepped away from the sport. Now, after 2.5 years of a break, he's rededicated himself and looking for another shot at Olympic glory.
Well, I would say I'm about 90% to where I want to be. There's still some things I need to do. I need to clean up some routines, get better endurance, and also fix some of the skills here and there.
Come on. Certainly in history would tell you there hasn't been many two-time Olympic all-around champions, so that is already a huge hurdle for anyone to clear, even Paul Hamm.
Often you'll see failed comebacks, and I think a lot of people thought the same was going to happen to me when we came back, but we're going to prove them wrong. I think I can compete with almost anyone else out there, and if I perform to my best ability, who knows, I can come away with the gold again.
You know, it's amazing. We talked to all of the American athletes, all the international athletes about their careers, and every single one of them came back to Paul Hamm. They wanted to talk about Paul Hamm. A lot of them feel that he is the leader in the sport, the guy to beat. After a 2.5 years off, it is unprecedented. I would have to say, if I were putting money down right now, it would go on Paul Hamm to be the Olympic all-around champion.
It's so hard to even envision 4 years ago that you would last for 4 more years, but here he is, and our coverage continues live from New York after this.
My name's John McCready, and I'm here today to tell you why my mom is the gold medal mom. That's my mom. She realized at an early age that I could be a good gymnast, so she put me in gymnastics. That's me doing gymnastics. But gymnastics is a tough sport. Sometimes I wanted to quit. My mom never said, no, you can't quit. She just introduced me to other things like basketball, soccer, horseback riding. Let's go back to gymnastics. There's me getting ready for my competition. But I need a good coach in a competition. She found me one. Steve Butcher changed my life. Between Steve and my mom, they knew my goal could be the Olympic Games, and they made me believe it before I even knew it was possible. So what happened? In 1996, my dream came true, and I represented the United States of America at the Atlanta Olympic Games. The bottom line is, my mom and I were like best friends, but she made me realize at an early age that if I put my mind to something, I can do it. She made me feel like I can conquer the world, and that's why my mom is the gold medal mom.